Hey guys, how's it going? Crane here. Today I want to give you guys a sponsored Faeria video. Faeria is a really awesome card game I've been playing for quite some time now, and it has officially launched about a week ago for all the different platforms. It's available on every mobile platform and every PC platform. Game is pretty fun. They've made a lot of improvements, and I'll go over how all of that works and all the little changes they've done to the game recently. But more importantly, I'm here to spread the message of the future of Faeria and how they will be handling content. In the last week, they had kind of like a meter of the total gold collected by all the players in Faeria, and once it reaches certain milestones, they release content updates and plans for the future. And they had one of these big releases the other day, and it has to do through a supporter pack. So this is a supporter pack that I ended up getting for my account, and if you get it right now, you get access to 6 of the new cards. I think there's going to be more cards coming as part of a bigger set later on in summer 2017. You get an exclusive card back. You get a chance to win brand new Alienware laptops. You get pouches in game that have like different rewards and stuff over time, and they're going to come out with co-op boss battle modes. So it's going to be like kind of, I'm guessing, like 2v2. You're going to work with a computer. Maybe, in the future, maybe they can expand on that, but they're really trying to push the boundaries of their already very innovative card game. And they're going to come up with more PvE content, which Faeria is quite famous for, and a few different cosmetics and stuff. And the idea behind this is they want people to experience the content that's going to be released over time a little bit early if people wish to pay for it. And what are these cards? We have the Longhorned Yak. If you get the pre-order, even the one for like $10, you get full copies of each of these cards. Longhorned Yak is a neutral card. It's a card that transfers its attack to the next creature that you draw. Pretty interesting stuff. Voice of Truth restores a creature to its original attack and life. Triton Trainer pushes you to play a lot of jump minions or very specific ones that you want to amplify. So a lot of these cards are like creature ramp in the later stages of the game. Mistral Guide is a flyer, and it gives flying and dash to creatures played adjacent to it. Very, very cool mechanic. Time of Legends searches for the top legend card in the stack of your deck. So if you're playing one specific legend card, you basically double the consistency of drawing it. So really cool for combo decks. And the Herald of War, which again has this kind of like creature ramp, and it has the Red Mechanics combat mechanic as the main influencer. Now, if you haven't seen Faeria before, there's a lot of videos that you guys can check out on my channel that really go over what the game is all about. And, some of these videos are from several months back, so you can very well see how the strategy has changed, how the cards have changed over time, and all the cool things that have improved as the game has aged quite well. And I do have to say it's a very well-polished game now that it has been officially released. If you do want to check out Faeria, I do hope you guys use the referral link I have below, and they've given me the added bonus of giving you guys 4 free packs. If you use Faeria Crip in the shop, you can get a few extra cards that way. I assume it's a limited time offer and all that, but just get it while you can. Today I want to highlight a deck and highlight just how the game works, give you guys a recap, show you guys how some of the new cards work. I put together a pretty, I would say whatever deck, but for the purpose of highlighting the game mechanics and some of the new cards, I think it'll turn out pretty well. Now, loading up Faeria these days, you're going to see this beautiful new interface that they have. It really is amazing to me how far they've come. I mean, I think beforehand they had a pretty solid, typical card game interface, but they really have some of the best in the business here. You can see your collection, you can see the chests. This is like the pack opening stuff. I have quite a few thanks to you guys using my referral links in the past. You can see the offers in the shop that they have. You can see your daily quests, which is where you'll see see some of the new ones, the co-op ones that will be coming pretty soon. You got the settings, and when you hit play mode, it has this very nice interface here. You can do the solo mode, you can do the battle mode, which is like ranked or casual 1v1, or Pandora, which is kind of like the arena equivalent in Faeria. Now, before I enter solo mode, I want to just quickly show you guys the deck that I came up with, just to kind of highlight some of the new cards. So I have the Time of Legends to try to pick up a few of the other legend cards. I have the Longhorned Yak because it transfers the attack to minions or creatures that I draw, and some of the creatures that I draw are others that try to buff others in my hand. So I kind of want to like keep moving the buffs around. So if I Oakling a Longhorned Yak, it's going to have a gigantic buff, and if I get another Oakling draw, it's going to have a gigantic buff on the attack and basically activate, make the Oakling very useful as a card alone. So some pretty interesting mechanics at play here. I also wanted to do a bit of the yellow, bit of the desert to include the Mistral Guide. The Mistral Guide has the dash and flying granting power, and that just seems very powerful on large creatures, which this deck eventually will roll out. Now, I wouldn't call this anything close to a competitive deck, but I just wanted to show you guys the deck to kind of give you guys the idea what it's trying to accomplish as we will play against one of the solo encounters here. Some of the basics of the game, if you're not too familiar with the mechanics, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you wish to learn about the mechanics of any card, you can just click on the card, so you can see the flying can move over the sea. Charge 2 can move 2 spaces in a straight line rather than 1 space. And gift is an on-play effect. So it's all pretty self-explanatory. When you're building a deck, you can choose between neutral cards, which don't really have any requirement. You can get the forest cards, you can get the lake cards, the mountain cards, or the desert cards. I generally wouldn't recommend going more than 2 of these types in any given deck, but certainly there are a lot of possibilities in Faeria. So let's just get into the game here real quick. I wanted to just highlight one of the solo experiences. The solo experiences in the game are really wonderful. You can see I completed one of the lanes. There's 3 lanes, and each one has different random quests that get thrown at you. And the main type of quests that I really enjoyed are the solo puzzles. They're kind of like lethal puzzles, and they give you, easy rewards really if you understand the core concepts of the game and are able to figure out the one-turn lethal situation you're dropped into. Nonetheless, though, I'm just going to go into a fairly easy boss mission here with the new deck, so I can highlight some of the new cards, and introduce you guys to the mechanics that Faeria has to offer. They have the new loading screen. So Faeria is a card game that is based on not just playing with the cards, but also developing the playing field and using that to the most advantageous forms that you can. So in the mulligan stage here, you start off with 3 cards. I'm going first, so I'll get to act first. My opponent will get the explore card. So I thinking maybe I'll keep an air elemental. It's a pretty mobile card. It has flying, so I can kind of move in spots where there's no land development. It's a pretty nice card. I'll just keep the air elemental. We're not going to take this game too seriously. So whenever you look at a card, you can see that there's the Faeria cost. Faeria is the denotion for mana in this game. It is named after the game, of course. It costs 4 Faeria, and it has a threshold cost of 1 desert. So you can see this has a threshold cost of 2 forests, and it also costs 4 Faeria, the same. So it does not use, like, the threshold cost is not something that gets used up. You don't lose forests for playing this card, you don't lose deserts for playing this card, but you do lose the Faeria. Your current Faeria count is on the bottom left here, above your username, and you get 3 Faeria at the start of every turn, as well as additional Faeria for each creature you have, each active creature you have adjacent to one of the Faeria wells. And there's a few mechanics that kind of mess with that a little bit, but the core, in the general case, it's pretty straightforward. And the main mechanic that is very interesting is the fact that Faeria does not empty out at the end of every turn. So, you know, there's a lot of complicated tempo decisions if you think about it. So, you know, do you want to just play small creatures immediately and constantly, or do you want to pool up your Faeria and instead of playing one thing every turn, maybe play one big thing every 2 or maybe every 3 turns? So because of that, almost every card in the game seems to find some spot where it's actually very powerful and useful, and that makes it really interesting. So how do we develop the board? The board development can be done through certain cards, but certainly gets started off, and in the general case, gets constructed with your one turn action. So your one turn action is here in the lower right. You can either create one of the 4 basic land types, or you can create 2 blank tiles. The reason you might want to do blank tiles is to just get closer to your opponent or get into a closer position, as you can only place your creatures and your cards on your own land tiles. And if a card is of a particular land type, so this is a forest card, the Voice of Truth can only be played on one of your forests, and then it can move wherever, but it can only be played on one of your forests. So, you know, sometimes you might want to develop your forest closer to your opponent, and sometimes it's good to have neutral land tiles to get there as fast as possible. You can also, for your one turn action, choose to get an additional Faeria point. You might want to do this if you don't need any more land development or any more land types for thresholds, and you just want to have a little bit more of a Faeria advantage, or you can draw a card. Going first, I think I can put in a forest. I can also put in a desert. Let's just put in a desert. It doesn't really matter. So we can put a desert next to my player orb here. I like to put it either to the left or the right, just to make it so the first card that I play is close to one of the Faeria wells, as having a creature next to a Faeria well is a type of advantage that you can start steamrolling off of. So here, I'm going to play the air elemental. I have to play it on a desert tile, of course, and I get to create another desert tile as part of its on-play effect. So gift, create a desert. So I'm going to create a desert there, and I think we should just put a forest there, as we have 2 deserts already, and we're going to need 2 forests to play anything else in the hand here. Turn passes. Opponent is playing mountains at the very least. He has played a Kobold War Beast for cost 5/4. Just a bundle of stats, it seems. So since this has flying, it doesn't actually need land tiles to travel. So it can travel any way around. So I'm going to travel, get in close proximity to that Faeria well, and increase my Faeria count by 1. So that works. And I think I'm going to leave this spot open. I'm going to try developing cards here. I kind of want to play the Oakling, but if I play it here, my opponent can move this creature and attack, and he'll just kill the Oakling for free, which I don't want to do. So I'd rather put it here. Creatures without any special abilities can only move 1 tile, and then they can attack after that if they're able to. So placing it here is a strategic advantage. So I can hold off here. Okay, he does not move his Kobold War Beast. That's pretty interesting, actually. And pretty fair at the same time. I actually want to move this up so I could eventually move it there. Or one thing that I can do is just put a forest tile there and just dunk it over there. I think that's pretty good. The position here in between your and your opponent's Faeria wells to the extreme sides is very advantageous, because a creature can move from this position, gaining this Faeria point, to the up position, gaining that Faeria point, essentially gaining 2 Faeria points with only 1 creature. I didn't move this here because if I move this here, once again, he's able to attack it. Now that's not too bad of a trade if he kills my 4/2 with his 5/4. I'm actually reasonably happy with that. But in this position, he's not gaining any extra Faeria every turn, while right now I'm gaining 2 extra Faeria every turn, soon to be 3 extra Faeria.
So I'm going to play the desert there just because I need 4 desert threshold for the Mistral guide, and I have the forest threshold requirement already set. Yeah, I think we're going to pool some Faeria here. I don't think we really need to do too much. We have the Mistral guide that can be played next turn, and we're pooling a bunch of Faeria here to potentially make a nice power play. Got another Mistral guide. So even though the Mistral guide might seem like a really nice card to play, I'm thinking of maybe playing Tedra. So if I buff the 1/5 here, he can just kill it with the Fire Elemental the turn after. Don't like that too much, unfortunately. I guess I can also buff it with Runin's Guidance. Alright, let's try doing that. So we're gonna move that up. I'm gonna play the big dragon, buffing that by 5/5. And playing Runin's Guidance. And then killing his 5/4. If I want to play a desert, I think I'll just play it up there. I think I'll actually just try to put that guy in a more advantageous position here. So this game is pretty solidly mine, just because the AI here didn't really get in a decent position to gain Faeria every turn. Okay, so I can move that there. Play this here, buff that, get a free kill there. I'm going to just run that out. And, Alright, let's play that there. Fine, let's play a forest there. Just so if we get a forest-based card, we can play him adjacent to the Mistral guide and get that sweet flying and dash trait. Okay. Alright, we got Time of Legends, but I don't think I can actually play anything. Let's kill this off, because the last words on the on death effect buff something in my hand by 5/5. So if I kill that, it buffed the Voice of Truth. Restore a creature to its original attack and life. I imagine that's the unbuffed value, but I think we're going to do this for science here, guys. So let's move that up. Let's play the Voice of Truth for science. Ouch. That was an expensive science. And it's gained... Oh, I think I failed to use the dash. But it flies at least, sure. So let's move that there. We can play Time of Legends now. I didn't want to play it before sacrificing my Oakling because I didn't want to buff something I wouldn't eventually be able to play. Now let's just gain another Faeria here. I mean, this game is really, really over. But you guys get the idea of some of the mechanics and some of the cool things that Faeria offers, and really goes into the depth of the game here. Oh, I think I forgot to attack with the dragon. Alright, we're going to try to suck a little bit less here. So this can only move 1. We'll move that aside, we'll move that aside. We can hit him for 6 with the dragon, from 4 with that. And, alright, let's try the new mechanic again. Just okay. So first it gets to dash. I see. Then it plays the desert. That's pretty interesting. Look at that. I get to play a desert in a position I would normally not be able to whatsoever. Pretty cool. Alright, now I don't think there's really anything he can do to stop me here, so we're just going to clean up this game real quick, easy peasy. Some of these encounters are obviously very easy. I think this is one of the first few. They're there to teach new players how the game works. They're there to give new players rewards. This is a very free-to-play friendly game, and yeah, it really gets highlighted in some of these. But of course, the game does get pretty advanced. There's some really crazy stuff, and there are some amazing combos that I really appreciate to see in card games. And today I want to leave you guys off with one of these encounters where I was playing Faeria the other day using it was my old, almost undefeated crazy combo lake deck that I had to alter a little bit with some of the new cards as I haven't played it in a while. But yeah, it's quite a blast to play, and it really highlights the limits of what's possible in this great game. So I hope you guys check that out. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so we're in like really bad shape right now, but it's not hopeless. It's only when summoned, huh? Oh, it can fly and stuff, huh? Gonna be really close to dead. Oh, right, it's 14. Oh, it doesn't get the discount. Okay, I screwed that up pretty hard. Alright, fine. So, I have to move that there. Kill that thing. Then I have to play that on top of that. And gain the life so I don't die. I should probably work towards playing 3 wishes. Okay, so I have to attack that. I think I need the full 8. Okay, Garudon, but I don't have the red required. So to play that and play one of those is 9. I'll have 3 left over. Okay, I guess. Can move and attack. Okay. I think I've fully defended my base. Okay. So Now I'm just going to move that and get the extra crystal. The Gargadon kills everything. We just can't afford it. So we're going to sacrifice this thing. Play a mountain. Play a windfall because I can. And then play Gargadon, clear. Ooh, new animation. The attack is not worth it. I want the extra health to get the extra Faeria. And this kills everything anyway. Jump haste. Okay, I think I've fully recovered. Is it possible to change the land after it's already on the field? No. Well, yes, but with specific cards, not with, not by normal means. This is taunt here. Can't do anything now. I think I should have just drawn cards. Oh, that's actually a pretty good card. Okay. You're not hearing sound? Okay. Well, when I have it in the background, the sound doesn't happen, I guess. Okay, I gotta discount Aurora's Dream. That's not particularly useful, because that's really, really far away. But, alright. Okay, I think I'll just turtle until I play Aurora's Dream. Yeah, screw that. Let's go kill him. Oh, that's kind of a crappy position. I can't go through the Faeria well. This is AI. This is one of those challenges. Oh, I don't have 5 blue. Damn it. Sadly, it looks like I'll just kill him before Aurora's Dream goes off. Oh, it's a good thing I dropped that flagship. Yeah, but this is my deck essentially. Aurora's Dream. I play a bunch of stuff for free now. Okay, so what do we play for free? We play that for free. Play a Windfall for free. Let's wait, that still costs 6. The minimum cost overrides. That makes it really crappy actually. Okay. Let's see what he's got. Windfall, Windfall, Windfall. Wow, okay, so let's play Windfall, 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 3 wishes. Windfall, Windfall, Windfall. Let's Spell Whirl. Got another Spell Whirl. We got another Aurora's Dream, dude. Alright, so we're gonna play Day of the Dragons. And now we're gonna make all those dragons cost 0. Actually, we should draw first. Let's create a mountain. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Okay, now let's make those cost 0. Okay, so now we can have a little bit of fun. We can play that dragon. Play that dragon. And play that dragon. And we can play that dragon. And play that guy. And play that guy. And play that guy. And play that guy. And we can put a thing here and then there you go. That's my deck. It just took a while to make that happen. Open a battle chest. Okay. Let's just go open a battle chest real quick. Does this count? Seems like a really good reward. I got 2 hero skins, a card back, and that. Okay, so I have a new quest. Play a game with a special orb or avatar. Oh, rip that. I don't know if more of these. Golden cards, golden rare. Oh, I just got a bunch of golden cards. Okay. Oh, this is a legendary portrait. Desolate Genie. Okay. I didn't pay for these. These were all recruitment bonuses or something. Okay. And just super flashy. Like, I have all the cards. I don't know if you can still do it. You probably can. But in Faeria, you can just buy all the cards for like 50 bucks. So. I got Aurora, that's cool. I wonder if you can get duplicates. Orb of the Giants. I thought I had that. Maybe you can. Ooh, golden frogfly. That goes in almost every blue deck. They didn't change that? Oh, you can't anymore? No. Last super chest.